Today I want to take you back to a community that I've talked about before, but there's a reason I'm coming back. It's called Ramsay Farms, and it's right here in Vancleave, Mississippi. When I first showed you Ramsay Farms a month or so ago, it was just in its very beginning stages. Not too many homes were built. Streets were being developed, and you had to use your imagination just to see exactly what in your mind's eye the subdivision was going to look like. Well, things have changed a lot. We've got a model home now. The clubhouse is almost finished. Many homes have been completed, and there are a lot of folks already moved into their homes. I was there when this school bus was delivering kids to their homes after school the other day. And I think today's video will show you what I mean by Ramsay Farms taking shape and beginning to look a lot like a real neighborhood now. And if you're considering moving to South Mississippi or the Mississippi Gulf Coast, particularly if you're looking for new construction, room to spread out, and a quieter lifestyle, I think you'll need to take a look at Ramsay Farms again. So let's take a look now. Hi, I'm Chester Harvey, and if you like this content and would like to receive new videos twice a week, why not subscribe to my channel? Their information is right there below. Just take a subscribe and touch that notification bell. Give me a like so I can keep on making these videos for you. Welcome to the newest model home here in Ramsay Farms. We're going to take a look at this beautiful 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. So let's take a look. And you'll see that it's got the luxury vinyl tile pretty much throughout. And here on as you enter, you've got this is what I call a parlor or possibly a study. And then you've got your full formal dining room with all these tray ceilings with plenty of crown molding, heavy duty molding on the floor, base molding. You enter in here with the coat closet, and then you open to the expansive, I would say this is a great room area. Beautiful ceilings, beautiful ceilings. Now we're going to take a look at the 3 guest and children's bedrooms here in a minute. But first of all, let's take a look at the kitchen and informal dining area. Nice quartz countertops. This one has stainless steel appliances, oven and microwave. And look, it's huge pantry area. Now from the spacious kitchen, goodness, look at all these cabinets. We come over to this wing where you've got 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths. So here you've got a separate full bath here, and this would be with complete tile surround. This would be probably for if grandma came for a weekend, she could be right here, have her own bedroom and bath right here, right off the washer dryer room. Of course, that goes to the garage. And she could look after the grandchildren here. And this spacious bedroom, it's got a lot of wall space, good wall space, nice closets. And you got what they call a Jack and Jill, a bathroom, but you can have like his and hers children, if that's what you have, or they can share this bathroom. And it's conveniently located right between the second and third bedroom. This one is so nicely appointed. And you can see each closet is pretty spacious. Okay, raised panel doors. And see, here we go right through back to the kitchen. And off of the kitchen, through this door, is a covered patio. Now, since this is a split bedroom type concept, you have the 3 bedrooms on that side, and then you come over here to the primary, and off of this room is a half bath for your guests. And this is a huge master bedroom. That's a king size bed there. The layered tray ceilings with lots of crown molding. Continuing on with your base, this particular house is completely floored by luxury vinyl tile. And moving in here to the primary bath, you have the water closet there, deep tub, his and her sinks, good cabinetry below, and a separate shower with a ceramic tile enclosure going into the very large closet with his and her side. Make everybody happy, especially mom. On this side, you have a linen closet. So you've got a linen closet, beautiful ceiling with a ceiling fan. One more time, let's get our bearings. This is the primary on one side of the house. Here's the half bath. Then you come in here on this side to the living area, huge living area, kitchen, lots and lots of cabinets. To the left is your formal dining area. And then you've got study room. That could turn into a 5th bedroom, I guess, if you wanted it easily. And then over on this side, you've got your 3 bedrooms and 1.5 baths with the Jack and Jill bathroom. Here it is. And here is your model home in Ramsay Farms that is just going up so quickly. It's going to have about 1,000 home sites, and they are not wasting any time. People are loving living in Vancleave, Mississippi. Maybe a little bit further out, but it's nice and quiet. Ramsay Farms is a D.R. Horton development located in Vancleave, Mississippi. And one thing I like about this subdivision is something that is completely becoming very difficult to find. New construction and a community that still feels like you're out in the country. That's an important distinction. You aren't living in the middle of Ocean Springs. You're not living in downtown Biloxi. You're not living in a congested environment. You're in Vancleave. And Vancleave has always had that laid-back rural charm that so many people are looking for, yet close to everything. How big will Ramsay Farms become? Let's talk about the size of this development. When Ramsay Farms is completely built out, you're looking at over 1,000 lot sites. That's important because we're not talking about a little community with 30 or 40 home sites. This is being developed as a substantial residential community. As we drive through it right now, you can really begin to see the vision. You've got streets lined with new homes. You've got different floor plans. You've got different outside elevations, different looks from the outside. You've got people actually already moving in and making these houses their homes. One thing I want you to notice is that this doesn't look like every home was simply stamped out of the same mold. There are different sections throughout the neighborhood. We'll see that more developed probably in another couple of months when we revisit again. But right now we've got the first initial 3 to 4 bedroom homes being built. And by having all these different types of homes, it gives the area a unique personality. Another thing that stands out is the range of homes that are being built here. Certain plans range from approximately 1,650 square feet up to 3,300 plus square feet. There are 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, and 5 bedrooms with 3 baths, 3 full baths. That gives Ramsay Farms a pretty large market. You've got families who need 4 or 5 bedrooms, and then you've got starter families with just a couple, or maybe a family with just 1 child. And it's certainly available for individual folks who want a home of their own, a new home in an uncrowded area. The homes feature the kind of things that today's buyers want, like open concept floor plans, modern kitchen, quartz countertops, stainless steel appliances, and smart home technology. And these are also being constructed to fortified gold standards, which is particularly relevant to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Now, I'm standing in the model home, and this is where I think you really get a feel to what Ramsay Farms is trying to accomplish. This isn't about just putting a house on a lot, it's about creating a lifestyle. And that's where the amenities come into the picture. Ramsay Farms has something that you don't always find in new construction community on this part of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And as far as amenities are concerned, there are plenty of them. You've got a community swimming pool. You've got a splash pad for the kids. There's a playground. There's a pickleball court. There's a fitness center. And there's a community clubhouse. So when you think about the whole value of living here, don't just think about the 4 walls of your home. Think about what you can do when you walk outside your home. Pickleball now is a big deal. And let me stop here just for a second and talk about the pickleball courts. Pickleball has exploded in popularity. And I think this is particularly attractive to the retirement and empty nester community. You may have somebody moving here from another state who wants to retire, but they don't want to be lingering around the house. They want to have an active retirement. They want activity, they want people, and they just want something to do. And having pickleball right inside your community gives residents an easy way to get outside, exercise, and meet the neighbors. The pool and splash pad. We'll talk about this. They're not built yet, but in our next video showing you more development of Ramsay Farms, we'll go into depth about the wonderful swimming pool that's being built and the splash pad for the kids. But don't forget, there is also going to be a complete fitness center for you folks who need that exercise hit every day and like to go somewhere where you have plenty of different exercise machines to fulfill your wishes. And now let's talk about something you can't put on a community amenity sheet, and that's Vancleave itself. Vancleave has a different personality. It's laid back, much less congested. There's more open space. You've got the rural Mississippi atmosphere, but you're just not that far away from other activities in other towns. It's only a reasonable driving distance to the beaches, to downtown Ocean Springs, to the Promenade shopping center. If you want to buy a car, there's a whole village of car establishments not far from where you're living. You don't have to choose between country living and coast living. You can have a little bit of both. The convenience. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, Chester, I get it. It looks nice, but is Vancleave really like living out in the country? Well, the answer is a resounding yes. That's part of the attraction that people like. You're not isolated, but you're private. Ramsay Farms has access toward I-10, and the community's published directions put it roughly a few miles north of I-10 by way of Tucker Road, Daisy Vestry Road, Old Biloxi Road, and Joe Batt Road. And once you're on I-10, you've got access to the larger Mississippi Gulf Coast area for employment, shopping, and varied entertainment. That means you can live in a quiet environment without giving up the access to other things that you might need. From here, you're within driving distance of the shopping and entertainment areas around Ocean Springs, D'Iberville, and Biloxi. That means restaurants, shopping, medical facilities, the casinos, the beaches, downtown walkable Ocean Springs, and all of the things that make the Mississippi Gulf Coast such an attractive place to visit. But when you come home, you're coming back to Vancleave. And that's the part I think a lot of people are going to appreciate. Who is Ramsay Farms for? So who do I think Ramsay Farms will appeal to? Quite honestly, many different kind of groups. You've got first-time homeowners who want a new construction. You've got young couples with children who want activities available for their children. You've got move-up buyers who want more bedrooms. You've got people relocating to the Gulf Coast for better employment. And I think there's another group that this would be particularly interested for: retirees and empty nesters. Because retirement doesn't necessarily mean that you have to completely slow down and vegetate. You can certainly be active in a brand new home. You might want a swimming pool, or you might like to play pickleball, or you might just like to hike or ride your bicycle, or have easy access, I might add, to a fitness center. In other words, a retiree just might like to have breathing room and a laid-back environment. Let me give you my perspective as a real estate broker. One of the first things I do when I show someone is try to determine exactly what their lifestyle is. Because someone might tell me they want to live on the beach, but after you talk for a while, I might discover that what they really want is a quiet, peaceful setting, a newer home, a 2-car garage, a swimming pool, and easy access to shopping. That's a completely different search, and that's why communities like Ramsay Farms are so important. You're not necessarily buying the location because you want to be 5 minutes from the beach. You're buying the location because you want space, convenience, amenities, and a slower pace of life. What I like about Ramsay Farms is the new construction, the amenities, the modern homes, the fortified smart home construction, a quieter Vancleave location, and easy access to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. That's a pretty compelling combination. Take a look around. Look at these completed homes. Look at the landscaping so far. Look at the streets. Look at the different floor plans when you arrive. This is what I was talking about earlier. We're no longer looking at just an idea on paper. You're starting to see a neighborhood. Now, I'm going to tell you something that I tell absolutely every client I have. There is no perfect community. Ramsay Farms is not for everybody. If you want to walk out your front door and walk to a coffee shop, or if you want to stroll down the main street of town and do boutique shopping or fine restaurants, or maybe be even close to the beach where you can have a morning coffee on the beach, you're going to have to drive. That's part of living in Vancleave. And if you want a huge lot with complete privacy, you need to compare the home sites with other Vancleave properties. But if you want a newer home, community amenities, a laid-back lifestyle, and you're comfortable with driving to the things you need, then this becomes a very interesting option. So the question really isn't, is Ramsay Farms a good neighborhood? The better question is Ramsay Farms the right neighborhood for me? And that's where I come in, because my job is not to convince you to buy in Ramsay Farms. My job is to find out what you're looking for and then show you the communities that fit your lifestyle, your budget, and your plans. So if you're watching from another state and you're thinking about moving to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and you might know someone else who's thinking of the same, or you want someone just to follow along with you, why not share this video to them? Or better yet, for you, why don't you drop me a email, send me a text, or better yet, arrange a Zoom call with me. All that information is below. You and I can meet face to face. I can find out exactly what you want. If Ramsay Farms is the place, that's great. I can lead you that direction. If not, we can find you exactly the place you want to live, the lifestyle you want to have, and you can let Chester Harvey help you make that smooth move to the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Welcome home.